Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be doing my music, movies, and TV show wrap up for December. So December was a very heavy month towards movies. I think a lot of them because they were Christmassy. I didn't get to watch all of the Christmas movies that I would have liked to, just with everything going on, but it was still a good chunk of like the classic Christmas movies that I always like to watch. And of course we got the new Taylor Swift album this month too, so it was just very good. Besides like Christmas music, I only listen to Evermore. I apologize for the noise if you can hear it. Some of our neighbors are getting like a tree taken down and I can hear engines revving, so if you hear that in the background, it is because of that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Alrighty, so starting out with music, obviously I have to mention Evermore by Taylor Swift. I listened to like Christmas music throughout this whole month, but any like new music in particular, this was like the only one, and I was so excited for this album when it was announced during my birthday week, and I was like, this is just fantastic. We get 2 Taylor Swift albums within 1 year. It was a lot of fun for me. But essentially I already have a review of what I think about this album, but you can go check that out if you want to. But essentially I really like it. I think my favorite, like if I were to do a top 5, I think Champagne Problems, No Body, No Crime, Dorothea, Ivy, and Evermore. I think those are like my top 5 of them, so I really like them. I think it's just a really good album, and I really like the songwriting aspect in here. It's just an amazing album. Do I love it as much as Folklore? But not yet, but I know I eventually will get to that point because I literally listened to Folklore non-stop for like 5 months. So moving on to TV shows, I've watched the first 2 episodes of season 4 of The Crown with my parents. This show's very hard to watch, like find time to watch, because my brother and sister don't really like these type of shows. They don't like Downton Abbey, they don't like The Crown, they don't like kind of like the period TV shows, so we kind of have to watch it when they're not around. So we watched the first 2 episodes so far, and I really like it. I really love The Crown. I think they do a really tremendous job, and now that it's in an era that I'm more like a decade that I'm more familiar with, it's more enjoyable because I do kind of know, I'm more familiar with kind of that time period. But yeah, the casting for Diana is just amazing. Like, I haven't finished it yet, but I know how it ends, but like it's just spot on, so good. And then I like marathoned through the entire season 1 of Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist, and this is one that I saw advertised earlier in 2020, and I just never got around to watching it, but I actually really enjoy it. It's not something that I really would gravitate towards. So it's about this girl who ends up having this like superpower, or just this power where she can hear people's internal thoughts expressed through song, and it kind of goes off from there. And it's a lot more like heartfelt, and got surround sound emails there. It's a lot more heartfelt and kind of has really good kind of storylines and plots in here than I expected. It's just a lot of fun, and it has good non-binary gender representation as well. But yeah, I'm excited. I think the new season comes out in the first week of January, so that is exciting. So I have my list here of like my diary on Letterboxd of all the movies that I watched. So starting out, I first watched Happiest Season, which was the Hulu like new Christmas movie that came out, and I really like this one. Actually, this is one that I can see myself watching like every year. It was just a lot of fun. It was a really good LGBTQ representation, even though I think Harper is like the worst. But I think well, I forget the character's name. I'll write it here, and then Dan Levy's character kind of made the show, or made the movie for me, but it was just a lot of fun. I liked this movie, and it was just really good. So yeah, enjoyed that. And then we watched the Jim Carrey version of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which is next to like The Holiday. This is like our favorite Christmas movie, and so like I remember seeing this movie when like it came out in 2000, and yeah, I just like my siblings and I know all the words. Like we can basically, we don't even need to watch the movie, we can just recite the lines from beginning to end. It's like that. So, and it's like we've only seen it once a year, but I guess like over 20 years worth of watching it. But yeah, that one's just like a fun Christmassy movie. Then I watched Godmothered, which was a Disney Plus movie, which it was okay. It was very self-aware, and I like kind of that aspect how it kind of took a lot of like tropes that are very common in like Disney movies and kind of made fun of them and like satirized them, and so I liked that aspect of it. It was just a little bit too a little too strange for me, like not at the level that I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was cute, but it wasn't like, I don't see myself rewatching it anytime soon. Next up, this is the first time I've seen this movie, and it was Last Christmas, which came out in 2019. I don't want to spoil too much for the plot of this one, but it's just kind of like the rom-com holiday movies, and I really liked it. I was spoiled with kind of the big plot twist at the end, so I was able to kind of like see how it's foreshadowed, so I'm kind of upset that that one was kind of ruined for me, but I really liked it. I'm a sucker for like really like the rom-coms, especially this one is centered around Christmas, made it a lot of fun. So this is one that I know that I'll kind of add to my list of Christmas movies to watch every year at Christmas time, so I really like this one. It was a lot of fun. We then watched Olaf's Frozen Adventure, which is like the Christmas short that played before Coco premiered. I remember seeing Coco with my friends, and that one played, and it's like a solid like 25-minute short, and I really like it. It's cute, fun, it's just something, you know, quick to watch. So it's a holiday special, and Olaf is obviously very funny. And then every year on Christmas Eve when I'm getting ready, I watch The Holiday. So I did that this year, even though all our traditions were thrown out the window this year because of COVID. This was like one tradition that I was able to keep, and I'm happy that I did. So usually I watch this when we're getting ready to go, like I said, to go to my aunt's house, but obviously I didn't do that this year, so I just watched it and I crocheted on the couch and drank some tea, and it was a solid time. But like I said, this is like my favorite holiday movie of all time, and I was like, I could just watch this all year round, because even though it like takes place over Christmas, like you can watch it any time of the year because it's like Christmassy but not like Christmassy. And then on Christmas we watched two movies back to back. Like we said, it was very different this year, and I think we were just all very tired, so we watched Wonder Woman 1984, which was really good. I did like a free trial of HBO Max, like an extension from like the Hulu thing, so we did like the trial just to watch the movie, and then we canceled it because I'm like, I don't want to pay for HBO, because there's like the shows on there, I don't think I would watch any of them, but that was the only thing I really wanted to see on there, and that one was really good. Me and my sister are in love with Chris Pine, so it was fun to watch. I really liked kind of the cliffhanger ending that they kind of set up for it, I think, which would be the third one, which is exciting, but I really liked that part. I think I enjoyed this one just as much as the second one. I know there's like critiques for a lot of people saying that it's not as action-packed and violent, but it's like, this one was more about Diana kind of coming to terms with her loss that she experienced in the first one, so I liked that one, and it was very good. Then we watched the live action Mulan, which was very good as well. I remember like Mulan was probably one of my favorite like Disney princess movies growing up. It was Mulan, The Little Mermaid, and then Anastasia, which I guess now is like a Disney one, because Disney bought 20th Century Fox, and yeah, I really like this one as well. I thought it was a good kind of, like, it still had kind of that folklore-y kind of fantastical element in it, but it was still a lot of fun to watch. It was the like cinematography was good, the action scenes were good, just the choreography of all that was really good as well. And yeah, I really like this one. I know people said like it wasn't as good as the original, but I think because this one didn't follow like the cookie cutter type, like it didn't follow it to a T like they did with The Lion King, I think like it's different but also still good, so I really enjoyed this one as well. And then my parents decided they wanted to rewatch the entire Harry Potter series, so I ended up watching the first two movies, and then they watched 3 through 6 without me, because I was doing some backup stuff on my computer and I had to like be downstairs to do it. So I was a little upset because the third one is one of my favorites, and I haven't seen 5 and 6 in a while, so I think I'll just have to watch those on my own time. But I did watch 7 part 1, but that was in January, which I'll talk about then. But yeah, so yeah, I like a little upset that they kind of continued on without me, but what can you do? I've seen the films already. But yeah, the first, like I said, third is my favorite, and then I haven't seen 5 and 6 in a while, so I still need to go back and rewatch those. But yeah, can't go wrong with the Harry Potter marathon, especially over the holidays. So that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you've been watching and listening to this month and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.